All right, I'm going live. This video will probably be posted later if anybody wants to watch this later. But reason why I'm going live is because I'm actually delivering Amazon packages while I'm doing this. So just want to put this out there real quick. The Gators men's basketball team lost to the Texas A&M Aggies by a score 83-80 in overtime. The Florida Gators looked like out of sorts at the beginning of the game. Looked like they didn't even want to be there. But, you know, in the second half, you know, it looked like some guys were actually trying. Kawase Reeves with a huge three. That was huge to send the game into overtime. Niles Lane came up huge, averaging 1 point per game. And this guy coming in clutch, especially at the beginning. That's the reason why the Florida Gators were actually even in the game. Ready to fire Mike White. Yes, Kassan Johnson. Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. So, yeah, it's, oh, gosh. I was actually like, I really thought that the Florida Gators were going to pull it off. They tugged me back in, guys. They sunk me back in. They were like, oh, gotcha, bitch. Like, I mean, they really did. Like, they got me. They hooked me, line and sinker. Like, they were going to win that game at the end. And Texas A&M with a huge three. But I'm telling you, yeah, we're done for the year. Yeah, there's no way that they're making the tournament. They're making the NIT. Pittsburgh. I had a day off to see that BS. Dude, I was watching this while working. Like, I mean, I'm trying to, like, deliver packages, and I'm, like, listening to the game, trying to watch it as much as possible. Like, I'm, like, all right, like, I'm, like, struggling against everything. So, but, yeah, man, it's frustrating. Frustrating. It's just how the game went. You know, I think Florida only led one time, if I'm not mistaken. I think Florida only led in overtime. And, you know, I mean, you just saw, I mean, DeRougie was trash. Myron Jones, trash. Their three-point shooting was absolutely abysmal. They were 6% from three at one point. Roll down top. God dang, Jalen Hurts parody. God. Listen, I'm not even going to say anything. I mean, I don't even think y'all's basketball team's any good. But, no, Florida didn't beat them. But anyways, you know, I mean, you know, with, you know, being a Florida fan, you know, you always have high hopes. You know, you're, like, I don't believe, like, Georgia fans actually know they have a basketball team because I think Georgia only won, like, 5 games this year. So, like, with Florida, it come, F the time. With Florida, it just, you know, you have the standard, you know, in all sports. You know, like our baseball team's really good. Baseball, that's going to be the next thing I'm going to be covering. But baseball team's looking really good. But basketball, they should be way better than what they did this year. And, you know, it's just Fleming had like 6 turnovers in this game. What else? Myron Jones was trash. McKissick fouling all over the place. You know, it was just horrible. Castleton, Lane, and Kawase Reeves came up clutch. You know, especially at the end of the game. And I don't know what Fleming was doing taking that last shot. Listen, I know it's like one of those things that just happens. It goes on the rim and it's a dead ball, Texas A&M ball. But why wasn't Castleton touching that ball? Castleton's the guy. Our baseball team's 11-3. I thought I was the only one. What? No, man. Dude, Florida's baseball team's always really good. They're always really fun to watch too. But you know what? It's almost like I don't have to watch this basketball team and just go through the pain of a of a game now. And watch Mike White on the side. What's it, 8th year? It should be his 8th and final year. Everyone has said fire Mike White. Listen, he tried to do a quick patch with all these transfers, and they are trash. I know Fleming had like 17 in this game, but with all the turnovers he had, just pissed me off. You know, it was just like, gosh, Lee, dude, like, you know, even the announcers were like, oh, Fleming almost turned it over. Oh, and there he actually did. And I'm like, dude, like, dude's horrible. Like, you know, I get he had 17. He like does some good things and then just does some awful things. And, you know, McKissick, I don't know what he was doing half the time, but, you know, Niles Lane was the reason why, especially at the, yeah, we should have won, but, you know what? Credit Texas A&M. You know, it's another close win they had against Florida. Been on that train for 4 years now. Yeah, it's like he just does these transfers and tries to, you know, do this quick fix. The only good transfer that, I mean, Colin Castleton, you know, transferred over. Can't remember where he transferred over from 2 years ago, but you know, I mean, he's a really good, you know, inside post player. And I don't know why it was 80-80 in overtime. Why didn't you run it with him? He is your second team all SEC player. And why isn't the ball running through him? I don't get that. You know, he's your guy. I mean, that fella they got was BS. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to really say much about that. But, you know, it really takes away. I hate when refs huddle like that and then they wait to call a foul that long. And because it was like a simultaneous Collins from Michigan. Okay, is that where? Okay, I couldn't remember where he's from. But, I mean, heck of a player. I think he's a junior. I don't know if he's going to be coming out. He'll probably be coming back. I believe he's a junior. But, you know, I mean, Kawasi Reeves, I mean, with a huge three to send the game in overtime. I believe he's a freshman, so, you know, there's looking like good things out of him. But, you know, just those transfers, most of them did absolutely horrible. I don't know. You know, you needed DeRougie to come in. You know, he's one of the leaders. And he needed to step up today, and he was MIA. There was an APB out on him. I don't know what he was doing the entire game, but you know, to give up 83, which I know is in overtime, that's not what the Florida Gators are. Their defense is way better than that. And you know, Texas A&M, you know, Florida had a chance. I mean, Texas A&M was giving them chances to come back. And, you know, Florida just couldn't get it done in overtime. You know, I'm not going to make excuses. I get the foul and stuff like that. But really, Florida was just so lackadaisical in the first half. Where they scored 25 points in the first half. I mean, you know, you start out that sluggish. The only reason why they're really in the game is that Niles Lane guy who was averaging 1 point per game for the season. And, you know, coming up big. I think he had like 15 at the end of the game. And, you know, and Reeves, I think, ended up the high scorer. I think he had 21. I hate when the other team chomps. I'm pissed. You know, I mean, yes, I hate that, you know, but it's like, to me, it's like, it looked like a great game. So why, like, do that? You know, it's like, now, if they're pissing you off, they do something horrible or something like that, you know, like the Florida State chomp. I always like doing that, but I just do that to piss off Florida State fans when we beat them. But but yeah, the chomp thing is just ridiculous. Whenever somebody does it, it's like, okay, you know, you won. You beat a bad Florida team. That's been a bad Florida team this year, you know, and good luck against Auburn, because you're probably going to get curb stomp against Auburn, you know. So, you know, it sucks. It sucks. I was hoping, like I said, you know, I know a lot of people are probably at work. You know, it's 2 o'clock my time right now. But, man, I'm just, you know, trying to deliver packages, but watch the game at the same time. And I was getting my hopes up. And, you know, I'm trying to, like, not watch the game while I'm driving. And it sucked. You know, it sucks. But, you know, it is what it is. Florida tried to do a comeback, and they came up just short. But, you know, I don't think some of these guys need to be coming back for Florida, especially Mike White. He does not need to be coming back. We will never be what we were one. Oh, Joakim Al Horford, yeah. Hey, if you haven't seen that, I made a video about that 2006-2007 back-to-back national championship team. I went back and I actually had fun with it, because I went back and looked how great that team was. You're never going to see that anywhere in college basketball, what Joakim Noah and that Florida Gators team did. Nothing close. And I keep hoping maybe, you know, Florida will regain that, how dominant they were back in the day. Not just then. I mean, you know, Florida was going to elite, you know, Final Fours, Elite Eights. You know, and they were, you know, they were doing really good. And, you know, you got Mike White, who inherited a really good team already, because Billy Donovan recruited a lot of those players that, you know, Mike White had. That's why they were going to Elite Eights. People forget that, you know, because people want to say, well, Mike White went to these, you know, Elite Eights and all this kind of stuff. Well, yeah, he did that, but he also did it with Billy Donovan players, you know, because Billy Donovan knew what he was doing. And why do you think they named the court after him? But, you know, it sucks. Now I don't have to watch the Florida Gators. I mean, I may watch when they go to the NIT, not in tournament. But, you know, we'll see. It's frustrating. I know everybody else is frustrated as well, just like me. But I don't know what Alabama fans are being in here, though. I don't get that. So, are y'all still sad that Georgia whooped up on y'all or something? Like, but anyways, all right, guys. Well, I'm gonna get out of here. I got stuff to do. So, all right, guys. Well, I'll talk with y'all later. I may do a video and really go out. I may kind of break down the game and see what happens. But I don't know. I'm just pissed off right now. But all right, guys. Well, y'all have a great one. I will talk with y'all later. I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have a great day.